Good morning to all traders and welcome to Orbex Daily Market Insights video provided to you by Orbex. My name is Stavros and today we're going to investigate dollar, yen and pound dollar. On one side, Trump seems determined to add 25% tariffs to nearly half of Chinese imports to the US, and the yen is relatively supported, of course. And on the other side, in the UK, the pound found support at 130. As Theresa May said, a new vote on Brexit will come within the next 2 weeks. Is yen going to rise on increased risk of mood? And is the UK's GDP later on the day going to reverse sterling's losses? We're going to find very soon. Now, on the economic calendar, we are expecting some impactful data from Germany. I would say impactful, but not as major. We expect the ECB Executive Board member, Schlager, to speak. Manufacturing production in the UK, and more importantly, the UK GDP quarter on quarter. Of course, trade balance as well. And then on the Canadian side, we expect the employment change. And then in the US, core CPI and the ordinary CPI figures. Later in the evening, Bostic, Williams, as well as Kerr speak in different occasions. Now, before we jump to the charts, please note that none of the recommendations here constitute investment advice and losses can exceed profits. I want to start, as we said, on dollar-yen one-day chart, okay? So it seems like we have finished the upside move as we have projected a few weeks ago and moved down to the support level that we have marked weeks ago as well at 109.70 or so. So we have a support level here, and since we are receiving a very good signal both on the RSI and the MACD, we could see prices moving lower, okay? So I'm expecting this to, in the medium to short, in the medium to long term, I would say, to become a three-wave downside impulse, and that could get us down probably to the ascending trend line, even below 107, if, of course, the signs over the next few days and a few weeks support the bears. Okay, before that happens, of course, we need to see the 108.4 breaking first. Now, if we go down on the 4-hour, we can also see what we expect in the medium term. Prices have broken outside the ascending channel, and what we see is two signals pushing prices lower, okay? We have the break and a gap created over here. And now, since we actually go down to this support level and we created a false break, prices are indeed expected to move to the upside. We have RSI and MACD confirming those two signals. And the question now is, how high are we going to go up to? Okay, it could be 111, it could be 111.80, it could be 110.5 or so. It really depends on the market's appetite, and of course that would depend also on from what happened between US and China on the macro perspective. Okay, now down on the 1-hour chart quickly. We've seen prices breaking outside this channel, okay? Again, I will repeat, we have this gap, and normally gaps are filled, so it would be no surprise if we see this correction going all the way up to 111, a very good psychological level, okay? And it could attract bulls as well as bears, of course. Now, on the shorter term, we get some bearish signs, and that have given us a nice correction down to point B. Now, from down here, we could see a double wave to the upside, and this double wave might as well just end by the bottom trend line of this channel, okay, which is around 110.40 or so. We could have a an addition and some sort of extra validations over here, of course. Okay, we could see prices moving higher and at the same time receive a correction, a divergence on both the RSI and MACD. So we would see something like that, okay? And then we'll be looking for bears to step in. Now, I want to jump quickly on the pound as well. I want to go on the 4-hour first and then on 1 hour. We've seen the break outside this triangle pattern, okay? So we moved out on an impulse to the upside, and now we're correcting. It is very possible that this correction has ended. We are very close and strong at 130 because it's a big psychological support. And what normally happens when we have a breakout outside a triangle pattern is that we have a duplication of this range, if that's 100 pips, for example, from the point that the break happened and to the upside. So potentially, this opportunity, if it's proven to be bullish indeed, we could see prices moving up to 134, given, of course, British Brexit news are supporting the bullish case. Now, down on the 1 hour, we move to the impulse to the downside again. We have completed, looks like we have completed the correction here. We have not only a previous stop over here, okay, but also a triple bottom and a false break, which is the most ideal scenario for validation, okay? Now, it's not certain that prices will just stop here and start moving up. They could move lower for another false break, okay? It wouldn't be a surprise, but I wouldn't be looking for prices to move below this trend line, okay? That would really invalidate any short and medium-term bullish scenario. Prices could end up going down to below 128. So now on the top, the validation point will be the 130.40. Okay, this is a very strong level that needs to break, so we can see further moves to the upside. Don't forget, we have the UK's GDP today, very important, and other news that can move the markets. Thank you for being with us for another day. If you like a video, hit the like button, share it as well. I would recommend that you keep an eye, as always, on our blog, as we cover the latest news, publish trading ideas, and provide all the necessary tools a trader needs. Have a nice weekend.